original it can be quite greasy.
Yeah,
That's
true.
that's why I like my chicken treat. Okay, looks like we might be going in. We've
Yep.
got a go-go.
Yep. Green light, seal incursion. All right, here we go.
Let's see if they've changed their lineup.
Okay, triple checking.
Well,
I don't think they have.
I think they have, because we've got Ragnar on both sides.
Yeah, it's interesting here. Let's just see how this plans out for both sides here. So, just by looking at it, the BLHX team has come up with the Savinsa, Kremlin, Des Moines, Venetia, Moskva, Petro, Shimikaze, Delny, Ragnar. In response to this, the other team has brought out from AZUMA is the highest and Vincent Devesky, Petro, 2 Stalingrad, Skulber, Delny, and Ragnar. As we were saying earlier, radars are a must-have in this game. Definitely for both this, in terms of, competing, especially in this kind of map right now. So just by looking at it, it's interesting how they started off with right now.
It is, because we've got AZUMA. Their ships are going all over the place. So we've got the Delany is heading over towards the Delta Cap. With tow, let's see, we've got the Noveski and the Ohio, a battleship.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, we've got the Calbert under engine boost heading out towards the Delta Cap. The Ragnar, I think he's just going to be held back in reserve for a little bit to see what the other team does. The Petro is heading in towards both the C and B cap.
Yep.
Oh, we've already got BLHX capping the B cap.
It's actually interesting here. Sorry, I just didn't mean to interrupt, but I just noticed something here over D cap. Look at this. Downey is on his own, for AZUMA, right? And I'm just noticed that they have their battleship in Noveski. Higher and the Noveski right behind it, and it's interesting that the Petro is in the middle there and C cap. I can see something is going to happen here, but it's strange that AZUMA hasn't captured A yet. You notice that?
Yes, I don't think the AZUMA is going to worry too much about the A cap at this stage, although it looks like there's the Delany is that is weird.
That is strange, mate. I don't know what to say, but usually I would think, mind me saying it, usually I would think, if you're gonna go grab the cap on the far side straight away, go for it, but why stop? That's got me wondering.
Yeah, well, that's it. When the captain's so close to your spawn spot,
full action
even if you send a cruiser in there, and then send the DDs elsewhere, but wow, we have look at this. We have got the Calbert on it. He's turned around. He was going to make a push.
Yeah, exactly.
Push out wide, but he got spotted, I'd say, by the Delny because there's no radar. So at this stage, nobody seems to be worried about the C and D cap.
Yeah,
it's all about. So I reckon they're going to worry. They're going to secure their B cap and A caps for their respective sides, and then their callers will make a decision on where he knows everything is, on what cap to go for next.
Oh, absolutely, mate. And this is the funny thing when I'm thinking about it in the back of my mind, right? So there's a lot of action focusing over here in the A and B side. Now, both is quite even with the composition here between two DDs from AZUMA, the Kleber and Ragnar, going toe-to-toe with a Delny right now, supported by a Stalingrad and a Sir Vincent. This is interesting when they're actually pushing hard. But there's more. There's a Stalingrad again. 2 Stalingrads. Okay, 2 Stalingrads are actually working back to back here, and the Petro is cross-firing over from CCAP. Interesting play.
Like the BLHX DD Delaney, he has been focus fired on. He's lost over 50% of his health.
Yeah, that's true. And I see there's a bit of top action going here over in the D side with the Delny and the Ragnar, and anything could happen here.
Yeah, it's still anybody's game at the moment.
That's right.
Now, if you look at their combined health for each team, you've got AZUMA is actually on nearly 500,000 health.
That's right.
And you've got BLHX on 460,000. So AZUMA's got a 30,000 lead in the health pool.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives them an advantage there. They can afford to take a little bit of damage, but not an excessive amount.
That's right. Just by looking at carefully over here, there's some radar action going from the Ragnar over towards Bravo. At this stage, it's interesting that BLHX has actually forced themselves back now, so interesting.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that AZUMA is going to make a push on B like they are, and then they'll look at dispensing with the 3 ships down there. And then they could actually, if you get the other side, they can then turn around. They can outflank them and bottleneck them, put them in a position where they've got nowhere to go.
Well, that's right. And here's the funny thing. The way this is playing out right now, it feels like a similar match between War and Rise that happened yesterday.
Yes, it does. And we both know the outcome of that match.
Yeah, that was an interesting one right there.
It was.
Yeah.
So we've got this St. Vincent taking pot shots at the Moskva.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm actually surprised that the Moskva is so far out in the open.
For which one?
For BLHX. He's getting focus fired.
Yes.
Now, even though he's popped his radar, he's really too far back to secure the cap or detect anything that's going to pop in the Charlie cap. So, yeah. Okay, now we're starting to see a lot of radar.
Yeah, I can see it safely to say that, AZUMA has decided to split themselves up. It's actually interesting that they have a Stalingrad right here in the one line. And it's just like, and they're using it as a supporting mechanism, and the Sir Vincent and the other Stalingrad are actually just hanging back as well too, but they're shooting at long range towards the Delny and the Moskva, and they're really hammering that BLHX's Moskva at long range, which is impressive. I'm looking at the other side though, over D. There's not much action to speak of.
No, there's a bit of action over at B. You've got 2 of the destroyer from each side is deciding to play tag teams in the cap. They're both in the cap. So let's see, what do we got there? We got the Delaney and the Ragnar. There'll be a bit of a back-to-back charge exchange, I should say, of HE. Although the Delaney is now getting focus fired as well and cross shot from the Petro. So this could be at the turning point for AZUMA. if they can get rid of the Delaney,
Mm-hmm.
who has fired torps on the Ragnar, but looking at the gap, the Ragnar should be able to pass between those quite easy.
Yeah, that is very true.
Maybe. This is going to be interesting. Will he?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he does. Only just.
Yeah.
So that was well executed, but
Mm-hmm.
he's got torps coming in from behind him as well, from the Shimakaze. So
yeah,
he's probably got 12k torps on the Shimakaze.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so at the moment you've got BLHX that have got 2 of the caps. So now AZUMA have to really decide what they're going to do.
Well, you see, like, AZUMA is actually doing a bit of a touch-and-go scenario over Bravo with the Ragnar, and he's actually feeling that there's some, friction going on with the Delny over there. And that's why he's sort of like, I'm an R-ing whether to move in or not, so the Delny is not getting the support that he needs at this stage. But it looks like strange over here on the D side that there's they got decap. BLHX has got decap, which is great, but AZUMA is holding back for some unknown reason.
Yeah, it could just be a sleeping giant maneuver.
Yes, and I mean, at the moment at this stage, the BLHX has got the points in the lead right now, but AZUMA has to make some kills, but at the same time get some caps retaken soon. But
yes, that they do. The Ragnar for AZUMA keeps trying to cap the Bravo cap.
Yeah.
But he keeps getting pushed out by the Delaney. So I think that's just going to be a dead cap for AZUMA.
Well, I have to say it's actually not too bad though.
No, most of the action is going to be on I don't know, maybe on this side, or it could be around D. Let's go and shoot over and have a look at D. Okay, the BLHX are now capping the C cap.
Well, they were, but the Petro was in there, but they actually moved away, and the Colbert is getting hammered, and then AZUMA's Colbert has torped in the area, but I don't think his torps might get him.
The torps, the Petro for AZUMA just wore a torp.
Yes.
So that's knocked him down a little bit. Now over this side, it's interesting. You have a look at where their ships are placed. Okay, the Ohio is hanging back like it normally does because it's got such a good range on it. The Nevesky, which is a radar ship as well, or hydroacoustics, I feel should actually be pushing in a little bit more.
Yeah.
Now, he's got plenty of islands there that he can hide behind and slowly push them out of the cap. Right, so we've got the Petro from BLHX is now capping the C cap, so that's going to give him a 3-1 lead, which will greatly increase their points and their time.
Yeah.
So yes,
exactly.
AZUMA is going to have to really push hard now.
It's interesting to see, there's a bit of torp action going on this event, and I wonder if AZUMA is actually, this event is actually showing its broadside too much. Something or the Petro, okay. But, yeah, look, we definitely can see a lot of kiting going on both sides. They're basically forcing themselves, a bit of a kiting position for AZUMA over D and C. But there's a lot of testing ground going on in Bravo. They got 3 caps. BLHX has got 3 caps in their, what's going on right now. So,
Okay, AZUMA is making its push on Bravo Cap.
Yep, I can see that happening.
That they are going to push and push hard.
Yeah,
and that's what they've got to do. Time is not on their side. Neither are the point scores.
Yeah, and that's right. I mean, like, just by looking at it on both sides of the map here, that AZUMA has been held back over at the D and C caps, but I just noticed that even though they're pushing hard towards Bravo, I wonder if they left it too late.
Well, there's just what, 2 minutes and 57 seconds left in the game. So they have got a chance to turn it round, but will they get enough points? They're 260 odd points behind.
Yeah, and looks like Bravo Cap is getting contested right now, and AZUMA and BLHX is actually contesting hardcore over at Charlie right now. So
yes,
this is good.
That is going to be an interesting battle there.
Yeah, the Petro's getting hammered big time with a lot of HE spamming at this point in time from the Des Moines, the Petros. Not sure what the Kremlin's doing. The Kremlin might be using AP. Yep, he was. And he's engaging the Quebec. Wow, okay, that's interesting.
Well, you've got the Ohio, which is for AZUMA, which is snuck into the cap there. Unusual for a battleship to cap, but when it calls for it, it can play that role. Especially when it's between two islands, so it's not going to get broadsided.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, like, I noticed that AZUMA is wearing down BLHX pretty well. They got the BLHX has got the Delny, the Ragnar, the Moskva worn down. The Kremlin has been worn down. So anything can happen here for them at this stage. We could see like multiple destruction going on here.
Well, all I can say, mate, is that AZUMA have decided to push. They've turned it around. They've now got 3 of the caps.
Yeah.
So, will they now... hello, we've got the Petropavlov contesting the C cap now.
Yep. I can see that going on, but it's actually nice to see that AZUMA has closed the gap here in terms of the caps. But they need some kills. They need some serious kills back to back.
Well, the Moskva is pretty low. He's only on probably 3-4% of his health.
That's Stalingrad is interesting. He's actually showing broadside to a few ships, actually.
Well, their Ragnar just took a massive hit. Lost nearly 6,000 hit points in one round. So
yeah,
he's looking as low. So they've got a few two opportunities there to. Now this is an interesting play. Look at this Kremlin from BLHX.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Decided to put himself at risk of being shot at from the Petro, the Delany, just so he can come around the island and possibly surprise the Ohio, which is concentrate. And
Petro's
he
down on the Ohio, on the Vesky actually.
Yeah. So BLHX have lost the first ship.
Nevesky is actually supporting a long range against the Kremlin. We're focusing fire with HE right now. The Ohio on AZUMA is taking a brutal beating from the Des Moines, Venetia, and Ragnar. At the moment, the Petro for AZUMA, it must be charging in for 1-for-1 trade-off.
Yep. I reckon he's going to do a 1-for-1.
Wait a minute.
Or does he need to? Yes, it's a 1-for-1.
1-for-1. That's a good closing the gap right there.
Yes.
It looks like AZUMA is actually closing the gap here.
Well, when you look at where BLHX's ships are, they're all down on the H, I, and J line.
Yeah.
So they've well and truly been pushed back from the caps. We now see over at Delta.
Yep.
The D cap, another battleship doing his bit and taking the cap. Well, at least if he doesn't get the cap, he slowed down the points for BLHX.
Yeah.
He is pretty low. The shot.
Oh, the highest down. Okay, so this match could go either way. Now, the thing is that AZUMA cannot afford to lose many ships like that. Nice to see the radar like that again.
Yes.
But unfortunately, in a situation like this, AZUMA cannot afford too many ships recklessly, especially with how close the points are right now.
Well, at the moment, no. It's now turned. Even though you've got BLHX ahead on time, on points, AZUMA is slowly closing in by having the 3 caps.
Yeah.
So maybe it might just be defend what we have.
Exactly.
Don't go for the kills. Don't put yourself in a position where you're going to take talks or fire from. Whoa. Oh, there we go.
Team Bravo survived in the nick of time.
How did they do that?
I think it was they ran out of time. AZUMA
did.
But,
well, there you have it.
BLHX did a good job.
So, really, AZUMA left their push too late.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, and that's you know, quite evident in that battle there. But you know, in all seriousness, though, I think they did a great job to get to where they are. But that was just unreal. That battle right there.
So we got one more game to go with them.
Well, that's true. I'm not sure if it's a best of 3, but we're about to find out in a moment here. But we'll see. Anyway, we're gonna draw out the next 2 winners on my channel. So Admiral Shear and also Ghost and Flying Space, you are the winners of the King of Sea codes. Go ahead and message me on Twitch, and congratulations.
Okay, I will do the same. We have Wamura, Slave Ukraine. If you're in channel, mate, just whisper me on Twitch and I will send you your code. So, again, they've gone with Northern Waters for the final map.
Well, I'm not sure about